right, so what we're doing here now is the Dreamweaver, and we've got our folders set up. I went to File, I went to New, and I went to Blank Page, HTML, Layout is None, and you click Create, and you save this particular page as index.html, and make sure it's inside your site. I won't actually do that because I already have an index page. Oops. But that's how it would look if you were doing it for the first time. It needs to be inside your new site folder. There's your images folder. And when it gets saved, it should be saved like that. So here's my index file. And then I've just typed a basic sentence here. Welcome to my site. Now I want you to look in code view and make sure that it's enclosed in paragraph tags, okay? This particular sentence should be enclosed in these paragraph tags. A paragraph tag basically tells the web page that this is a paragraph. So looking at it, oh, I guess it won't zoom in. I'm having serious issues with my computer today, so the cat spilled coffee all over the keyboard. Just make sure it's enclosed in paragraph tags, okay? More on this subject later. Now, I want this to be kind of like a heading, or I want to give this paragraph some style. So I'm going to go over to my CSS Styles panel, which is located on the right-hand side of my screen. If you can't see that, you need to go to Window, and you need to make sure that CSS Styles is checked on, and then you'll be able to see it. You're going to click on the plus button right down here, the plusy button, New CSS Rule, and you're going to call this heading underscore text. All right, it's going to apply to this document only, and we're going to click OK. And we're just going to style the type. We're going to give it a font family, and we're going to give it a nice big size, and maybe make a color. Oh, maybe I'll make a red or a pink or something like that. Click OK. Now if you ever want to edit it quickly, you can just click on these right here and edit it quickly there too. That's another fast and dirty you can do in Dreamweaver. Now obviously nothing changed here. Well, not so obviously, because what you have to do is select that text and go down to your properties pane down at the bottom. Make sure CSS is clicked. Drop down your new CSS rule and select heading text. And then you will see the new heading text. Let's look at the code under the hood. Here's our new style that got made. Right here, we've got CSS style. Remember, your CSS style is always contained in the head section of a website. There's your head section. And here's where I actually applied it to my body. Now make sure, actually you applied it to your paragraph. Make sure it didn't apply to the body, okay? Your body should not have that class applied to it. You should have paragraph class equals heading text. Welcome to my site. All right, so the next thing we did today is we went on Creative Commons. Now, if you have any doubts about how to get to Creative Commons, you just open up a new tab and you go www.creativecommons.org and hit enter. And we found some images. The reason we go to Creative Commons is because we need to be able to use images that are actually licensed for us to use and aren't copyrighted. Underneath Explore, find Creative Commons license works. And I was looking for dogs. I wanted something that I could use for commercial purposes, modify, adapt, or build on. Okay? And if you just hit enter, it should search. Sometimes you get this bizarro thing right here. You can make it go away if you want. It's just, I don't need to tell you what that's all about. I know, just trust me, I know. Find your image you want. Now I've already done this, so I'm just going to X out of this for now. And the image that I wanted, actually, I'm going to open up a Finder window and go to my site folder and show you the image. Sites, menu site, and it's in my images folder. Remember, you want to save it in your images folder. And I'm using an image that is basically a lady with a bunch of dogs. And there she is. She's kind of an English duchess or something like that. And there she is with all the dogs. Now this is where Photoshop comes into play. because for the most part the images that you find on the web are going to be really big. So you're going to want to right click and open with Adobe Photoshop. Okay? This is how Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Dreamweaver interplay with each other, or interact with each other, although I don't know if they're really interacting. They're software programs, and I don't think software programs really interact. But at any rate, here we are, Lady Gray. Now down here, I've got it set to 100%, and I've actually already resized this image, so it's pretty small. But if you have a really big image and you want to change the size, you go up to Image, Image Size, and this is where you're going to change it right here. Make sure it's set to pixels. Make sure Constrain Proportions is clicked on, and anytime that you change the proportions in the width or the height, it'll change the proportion in the other box, okay? And that's how you do it. Then you can just go File, Save As. Make sure it's in that Images folder. Navigate to the right place. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get the image resized. If it doesn't work the first time, just try it again. I'm just going to go right in there, save, and I'm going to replace it. Click OK. Low quality. I might want to crank up that quality a little bit, but actually it's too late because I'm getting the spinning wheel of death already. So, okay, so now I'm going to go back to Dreamweaver, and I'm actually going to hit Enter to put the cursor down there, and I'm going to go up to Insert Image, and I'm going to browse to my Images folder. I'm going to browse to that image right there, choose. I'm going to put in some alternate text for screen readers. Screen readers are devices that help people with vision impairments. So the screen would read out, the screen reader would read out what the image actually is, because screen readers can't see images. I'm going to say Duchess, that's probably not spelled wrong, right, but with dogs. Okay, I can't remember her name, but, and there she is. Okay, so that's as far as most of us got today. So I will stop this particular screen recording right there, and then we will go on from this point.